terrible backlighting,
Okay,
by the way.
so
That's alright.
that movie's Spliced. Okay. So it starts off like, oh, we just created this like worm creature thing, and the woman's like, oh, it's so cute, but it's like this like weird pouch of like moving guts, and they're like, oh, that's disgusting. And so then she like they put it in another room with a woman one they made, and it goes like, "Ee!" and their tongues meet and they make love. So that's making love. And so yay, they make babies. They find a gene inside. The French lady who owns the company that they're working for goes like, oh, good job. And then they're like, oh, thank you. And then so they go, let's make human ones now. And she goes, no more monsters. You find gene now, and we patent so I can make French dough. and then like, and so she does all that shit, and then like they go, oh, we can do it though. Let's just try it. The woman just goes like, let's just try it. It's like her word. And so she goes and goes like, oh, maybe no DNA works. Maybe this DNA works. Mysteriously, they found some John Deere DNA, and it works. And then they put it in, and like, oh my gosh, hooray, it works. And so like, let's put it on ice, and they go like, let's just try it, which is her word. And so they put it in the uterus, and like, we'll kill it as soon as it comes out. So it comes out like a day later, and like explodes the fake uterus in the tank, and like gives the lady like goes into a fit after it bites her. And like, so like they're like, okay, let's kill it now, and she goes, let's just try it, and like it's still. And the thing lives. So they let it live, and like all of a sudden they go into the room. And like it comes and like they go like into the box where it was in. It's like, oh no, it's dead. And they go, okay, we'll just clean up the stuff. And the woman turns it over and turns out it was a cocoon. And like all of a sudden she hears this sound, and all of a sudden this thing goes behind her, and she just like, what is that? And there's like this little pathetic thing on the ground, like hitting the walls
with no arms.
With no arms, so it just looks retarded. And then it's like it has like little fin things coming out of its nose, and you're just like, I just like kill it to put it on its own misery. And so it goes over, and she's like, let's save it, it's my baby. Oh, it's like our pet. And like it starts screaming, and it grows arms, like little things like that. And then it goes like a few months later, and it's like 7. And it's like a little girl, but it's really retarded. And it knows how to spell and all that stuff, but it doesn't know how to talk. And so like she's like, good job. And then like it attacks like the dude's brother, and like the dude goes like, I can't believe you did this. You put everyone's job here at risk. And then like he walks off, and like we don't see him for like the whole movie. And then the dad's starting to get really stressed out because he's like, I hate this thing. You said we were gonna kill it. And then their little worm things they made like. Are like one of them doesn't have estrogen anymore, so like, oh no, what are we gonna do? We better fix that. But they don't really do anything, and so they go on, and it's like she's like, oh, it's getting bigger. We're gonna have to get it out of here. And so they put it downstairs. The dad tries to drown it. Thing is, though, they find out that it has lungs like a frog. Don't know how that got in there. And so it starts breathing in water, and they're like, oh, you saved it. You did mean to save it. Of course I did. And she's like, oh, okay. And then, so that goes on. Then it becomes a teenager, and it sees the mom and dad have sex. And for some reason, the mom, like, falls asleep halfway through sex, and like the dad keeps going. So that's kind of retarded. But yeah, so that goes on, and then like they move the teenager to a haunted farm of the girl, because the woman like had an abused childhood, so like the mom girl person puts her in their barn, and it's like, it's okay, it won't die. We live in like New York in winter, it won't die, it's okay. We'll just put a dress on it, it'll be fine. So like it's living in the barn, and it's trying to learn, and it's a teenager, so it has all these like sexual thoughts in its mind. And like the mom is going through all that shit and goes like, and finds like these pictures of the dad, but not her. And she's like, what the fuck is this? And like the creature runs off to like all her stuffed animals and gets the cat she's been harboring. And like the mom just like takes the cat away in a crazed anger and goes like, I'm taking this away, I could get you sick. And like the creature starts crying. She's like, well, that's another thing of growing up. You just don't get to all the things you want. And like she runs off, goes and sleeps in her room with the whip. And then like, then like, so what happens is like after that the dad goes, oh, what's going on? Goes to the barn and goes and finds the creature and goes like, are you okay? And then starts like dancing with it because the guy likes dancing and he's like trying to get her happy. Then notices that there is a lot of similarities between her face and the mom's face. Goes to the mom, finds out that the DNA they use is actually hers. Mom goes to the creature the next day, gives back the cat, tells the creature, I'm inside of you, which is really rapist, but still. It's like, you're inside of me, I'm inside of you, we're both the same. And then the creature's like really pissed off, so kills the cat with its stinger. The mom goes, "Oh my god!" The creature like attacks the mom, gets her down, uses her tail, takes the necklace with the key on it, and then like opens the door and goes like, "Ah!" And then like it gets a bong and gets hit over the head with a shovel. With a shovel! And then all of a sudden wakes up naked to find itself like on like a desk, like chained down, and like the mom's trying to cut off its tail. And like there's no antiseptic, it just goes ah! And then the creature's screaming its head off and like almost dies. Dad comes back and goes like, "You maimed her!" And then like the mom runs off going like, "I had to!" And then like goes off and tries to find the gene that the French woman is getting all pissed off because they don't have yet. And uses the creature's DNA. And then while she's away, the dad goes like, "I'll care for you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fuck you," and fucks her. He fucks his daughter, pretty much. It's disgusting. And so while they're having their sex session, he finishes, and the mom is just standing there like. And then like the next scene is her just running into the car, like getting in. The guy's like getting his pants off, like, "Honey, come back!" They enter, and like the mom's just like, "What's wrong?" Of course, they can't talk, but you know it's going like. Like that, and so he does it. Like they go back to New York, and like she's like, "How could you have done this?" And he's like, "How could you have? You maimed her. You cut off her tail. We did all this horrible stuff to her." And then like it switches. Like in mid conversation, she goes, "I found the gene, but we need more of it." Wait a second. The creature has the DNA too. For this gene, we could use her parts. We just have to kill her and chop her up. And like, so 1 second they go from like, "Oh, I can't believe we did this to her," to "Let's kill her." And then they go back, it turns out the creature's dying, probably because the dad fucked her. And yeah, it's like, it's dead almost. And then it dies. And then like the mom and dad are both like really sad, and for some reason their relationship is fine, which is really retarded. And then like, so it lays, they like put it down, they like rest it in peace in the ground. They bury it, and then like it's like so like, and then all the government people come around and go like, "Oh my god, we know what you did," and like they're like, "We'll tell everybody, and you'll be bankrupt forever." They're like, "No, you won't." And then all of a sudden, the creature goes coming out of the grave and like attacks the main guy, rips him apart, and throws him in a tree. And they find out that it's changed from female to male, so it changed from pussy to dick. And like, that's disgusting. That is just disgusting. And so like the night after, the worm thingies were like, they were supposed to be shown to all these people, and all of a sudden they find out that both of them are males, so they kill each other, like explode in the tank. It's disgusting, and like blood goes everywhere. And the French lady goes like, "What the fuck?" Like that. And she's just like, they're like, we'll do what we can, we'll find the gene. And so while this like male creature is flying around killing all the dudes, because there's only one woman, it like all the other dudes get preoccupied and killed, and then like all of a sudden the monster traps the woman, and she goes like, "What do you want?" And then it goes, "Inside of you," and then starts fucking her. And of course she falls asleep halfway through, like she always does during sex. And so all you see is her going like on the ground, the creature going like, and it's like, that's disgusting. Then the dad comes and stabs it in the heart. It doesn't die. And like it turns around, like throws him, and it goes like 10 feet away. And the mom gets up from her sex sleep and then goes like, "You bitch," and gets a rock and hits it on the head. Then the mom goes like that, and she goes, "I can't kill it, it's my child." And then it stabs the dad with its poison tail, with its stinger, and kills the dad in like a second. The dad like dies a horribly painful death. And all of a sudden it goes like like that, and she goes, "Oh my god!" She drops the rock and it crushes its head. She falls down on the ground and goes like, "I can't believe what just happened." And everyone around her is like dead and raped. And like and so it cuts off to like the French business lady going like, "I wouldn't blame you if you did not do this." And like she goes like, "It's okay. What's the worst that could happen?" She gets up and she's pregnant with the monster's baby. How does that work? I mean, like, they had to explode the fake uterus for the baby to be born. Is she gonna explode? Oh, it's like an alien. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was about to
Okay, we're done.
All right, we're done.